50 Shades Darker. The sequel that changed everything. Welcome back to Reader's Mind, where we dissect the books that broke the internet. Today, we're looking into the sequel that had to do the impossible, satisfy millions of readers desperate to know what happens after that devastating breakup, while addressing every criticism of the first book. This book hit shelves with unprecedented pressure. The first book had sold 70 million copies and sparked global debates about female sexuality. Could E.L. James deliver a worthy follow-up, or would this be another case of sequel disappointment? Here's the shocking truth. James didn't just meet expectations, she shattered them. This book outsold the original in many markets and proved the phenomenon wasn't a fluke. But it also divided readers more dramatically than the first, with some calling it a masterpiece of character development and others declaring it a dangerous romanticization of stalking. Today we're going scene by scene through the story that brought Christian and Anna back together, introduced terrifying new threats, and showed us a different side of both characters. We'll explore the quotes that made readers swoon, the scenes that sparked controversy, and the plot twists that nobody saw coming. By the end, you'll understand why some readers consider this the best book in the trilogy while others think it's where the series jumped the shark. The answer might surprise you. Part 1. The Reunion That Broke Hearts. Chapters 1-5. I Want You Back. The book opens 3 days after Anna walked away from Christian, and James immediately shows us the devastating aftermath. Anna is back at her apartment with Kate, but she's completely destroyed. I feel like crying constantly, Anna tells us, and James doesn't let her wallow. She makes us feel every ounce of that heartbreak. But then Jose's photography exhibition changes everything. Anna sees Christian across the crowded gallery, and the electricity between them is instant and terrifying. "Hello, Anna," he says simply, but those two words contain multitudes: longing, regret, desperate hope. When Anna sees her own photos displayed without permission, she's humiliated, but Christian's fury on her behalf shows us something new. Protectiveness that goes beyond possession. The coffee shop scene that follows is pure, emotional torture. Christian tells Anna, "I want you back," and the desperation in his voice is palpable. But here's what's brilliant. Anna doesn't just collapse back into his arms. She's learned something from their separation. "I can't be your submissive, that's not who I am." Christian's response reveals everything that's changed. "I know, I was an ass to let you go, I want to try again, but this time, different." When Anna asks what he means, his answer stops her cold. No rules, no punishments, no more secrets. The elevator scene where they first touch again is electric. "I've missed you," Christian whispers, and when Anna responds, "I've missed you too," readers worldwide felt their hearts restart. But James doesn't make reunion easy. Anna demands answers about his past, his other submissives, his family. The power dynamic has shifted. She's no longer the innocent student hanging on his every word. Chapter 4's dinner at Mile High Club, his private dining room, shows Christian attempting normal romance for the first time. He's awkward, uncertain, trying to court her properly. "I don't know how to do this," he admits. "Do what?" Anna asks. "This. Dating. Romance. Whatever this is supposed to be." The contract-burning scene is symbolically perfect. Christian literally sets fire to the BDSM contract in his fireplace while Anna watches. "I want to try," he tells her. "I want vanilla, with you." But both of them know it's not that simple. You can't just erase who you are. Chapters 6-12. Ghosts from the Past. Just when Anna and Christian seem to be finding their footing, James introduces the element that drives the entire book's tension. Elena Lincoln, Christian's former dominant, and the woman who introduced him to BDSM when he was 15 years old. The confrontation between Anna and Eleanor at Christian's birthday party is absolutely explosive. Elena tells Anna, "He needs someone like me, someone who understands his needs." While Anna fires back, "You abused a child, there's no justification for that." The scene crackles with tension because both women are fighting for Christian's soul. But the real shocker comes when Anna learns the truth about Christian's other submissives. Layla Williams, his former sub, has had a psychotic break and is stalking Anna. When Anna finds Layla in her apartment holding a gun, the scene is genuinely terrifying. "You're the one he loves," Layla tells Anna, with dead eyes. "That's why I have to remove you." Christian's reaction to the Layla situation reveals his character development. Instead of simply controlling the situation, he shows Anna vulnerability we've never seen. "She could have killed you," he tells Anna, his voice breaking. "I can't lose you. Not now, not when I'm finally learning how to feel." The flashback scenes showing Christian's childhood are devastating. James doesn't just tell us he was abused. She shows us the crack whore mother, the cigarette burns, the little boy hiding under the kitchen table. When Anna realizes the depth of his trauma, her entire perspective shifts. "No wonder you think you don't deserve love," she whispers. Dr. Flynn's introduction provides crucial context. Christian's therapist explains, "He's made remarkable progress, but intimate relationships remain challenging. He associates love with pain because that was his first lesson about human connection." This psychological framework helps readers understand Christian's behavior without excusing it. The helicopter crash at the end of this section serves as a massive turning point. When Charlie Tango goes down with Christian aboard, Anna's reaction reveals how completely her feelings have evolved. "Please God, don't let him die," she prays. And readers realize she's not just in love, she's completely devoted to this damaged, complicated man. Chapters 13-20, Love and Danger, collide. The hospital vigil where Anna waits to learn if Christian survived shows character growth for both of them. When he finally appears, battered but alive, their reunion is raw and desperate. "I thought I'd lost you," Anna sobs, and Christian's response, "I'm here, I'm not going anywhere," becomes promise that drives the rest of the book. But James doesn't let romance overshadow danger. Jack Hyde, Anna's sleazy boss, escalates from inappropriate comments to actual threats. When he corners Anna at work, the scene is genuinely menacing. "You think Gray can protect you everywhere?" Jack asks. "He can't watch you all the time." The masquerade ball at Christian's parents' house provides glamour and terror in equal measure. Anna, dressed as mysterious masked woman, feels powerful and desired. But when she disappears from the party, Christian's panic is visceral. "Where is she?" he demands of security, and readers feel his desperation. The revelation about Hyde's connection to Christian's past adds another layer of complexity. It's not random workplace harassment. Hyde specifically targeted Anna because of her relationship with Christian. "He's been planning this for months," the security team reports, making every previous interaction more sinister in retrospect. Elena's final confrontation with Anna escalates beyond words to actual physical threat. When Elena slaps Anna, calling her ungrateful little bitch, Anna's response shows how much she's changed. "Stay away from Christian. You had your chance to help him heal, and you chose to damage him instead." The proposal scene subverts every expectation. Instead of grand romantic gesture, Christian proposes during moment of vulnerability and fear. "Marry me," he says, simply after Hyde's latest threat. "I need to know you're mine, legally, completely, forever." Anna's yes isn't just accepting marriage, it's choosing to fight for their future together. Christian's confession about why he needs control provides the emotional climax. "When I was 15 and Elena found me, I was lost. She gave me control when I felt powerless, but you make me want to give up control. That terrifies me." This vulnerability transforms him from alpha male fantasy into genuine person struggling with trauma. Part 2. The Reader Revolution. The sequel, challenge, and fan expectations. Darker faced impossible expectations. First book readers demanded answers. Would Anna become submissive? Would Christian change? Could their relationship work without the BDSM framework? James had to satisfy millions of invested readers while addressing legitimate criticisms. Reader reviews reveal the challenge's scope. 5-star reviewers praised character development. Finally, Anna has a backbone. And Christian's vulnerability made me cry, were some of the reader reviews. They loved seeing relationship equality, emotional growth, genuine partnership developing. But 1-star reviews were brutal. Anna became annoying and demanding, and Christian lost everything that made him interesting. Some readers felt betrayed by the vanilla direction, arguing it invalidated the first book's central premise about accepting people as they are. The generational split intensified. Younger readers generally approved of Anna's increased assertiveness and Christian's emotional growth. Older readers were more divided. Some appreciated the romantic development, others missed the power dynamic that originally attracted them. International reception varied dramatically. European readers embraced the emotional complexity while remaining critical of writing quality. Conservative markets saw increased controversy as the relationship became more explicitly sexual without BDSM framework justification. The dangerous romance debate critics argued darker, glamorized stalking and possessive behavior. Christian's reaction to threats against Anna, increased security, location tracking, controlling her movements, looked like abuse escalation to many readers. But supporters countered that context matters. These aren't controlling boyfriend behaviors, they're responses to genuine death threats from unstable former submissive and vengeful boss. He's protecting her, not controlling her, became common defense. The distinction between protection and possession became central debate. When Christian hires security to follow Anna, is it reasonable precaution or excessive control? When he buys the publishing company where she works, is it romantic gesture or professional interference? Anna's evolution complicated these debates. She's no longer passive recipient of Christian's decisions. She argues, negotiates, sometimes outright refuses his demands. "Stop trying to manage me," she tells him repeatedly, and crucially, he starts listening. The therapy subplot provided interesting perspective. Dr. Flynn's sessions with Christian show someone genuinely working to change destructive patterns. "I'm learning to let people love me," Christian tells Anna. "It's the hardest thing I've ever done." Anna's evolution complicated these debates. She's no longer passive recipient of Christian's decisions. She argues, negotiates, sometimes outright refuses his demands. "Stop trying to manage me," she tells him repeatedly, and crucially, he starts listening. The therapy subplot provided interesting perspective. Dr. Flynn's sessions with Christian show someone genuinely working to change destructive patterns. "I'm learning to let people love me," Christian tells Anna. "It's the hardest thing I've ever done." The sexual evolution. Darker's sexual content sparked different controversies than the original. With BDSM framework removed, scenes focused on emotional intimacy and mutual pleasure rather than power exchange. Many readers found this more erotic than the first book's structured dominance. "I want to touch you," Anna tells Christian during pivotal love scene, and his response, "Yes, please," shows complete reversal of their original dynamic. The vulnerability and mutual desire proved more powerful than any contract or playroom scene. Critics who'd condemned the first book's BDSM elements now complained the sequel was too vanilla. "Where's the edge?" some reviews asked. "This feels like any other romance novel." The irony wasn't lost on supporters who'd been told the first book was too extreme. The emotional component of their physical relationship became central focus. Christian's admission, "I need you to love me," during intimate scene provides emotional climax more powerful than any physical act. For many readers, this vulnerability made him finally worthy of Anna. Part 3. The cultural verdict. The publishing phenomenon continues. Darker proved the first book wasn't fluke. Sales exceeded expectations in most markets, demonstrating sustained audience for the characters and relationship. Publishers realized they had genuine franchise on their hands, not just viral moment. The sequel's success validated James's character development choices despite mixed reader reaction. Professional sales figures showed mainstream audiences wanted relationship growth over static repetition of first book's formula. Digital word of mouth remained powerful, but evolved. Social media discussions became more sophisticated, analyzing character arcs and relationship dynamics rather than just sexual content. Book clubs developed deeper analytical frameworks. The movie announcement generated massive excitement but also concern about adaptation challenges. how do you film emotional growth and psychological development that makes the book compelling? Early script leaks suggested focus on visual spectacle over character complexity. The lasting impact assessment. Darker's influence on romance genre proved more significant than initially recognized. It demonstrated that erotic romance could sustain character development across multiple books without losing audience. Publishers began investing in longer series rather than standalone novels. The book's treatment of trauma and therapy introduced mental health themes to mainstream romance in unprecedented ways. Christian's sessions with Dr. Flynn, Anna's processing of emotional abuse, these elements brought psychological realism to fantasy genre. Female readers responded particularly strongly to Anna's evolution from passive recipient to active participant. She Became the Woman I Wanted to Be appeared frequently in reviews. The character's growth modeled healthy relationship development for many readers. Readers responded particularly strongly to Anna's evolution from passive recipient to active participant. She Became the Woman I Wanted to Be appeared frequently in reviews. The character's growth modeled healthy relationship development for many readers. The final verdict, 50 Shades. Darker succeeds where most sequels fail. It deepens the original story while addressing legitimate criticisms. James proved she could write character development, emotional complexity, and genuine relationship growth without losing the addictive quality that made readers obsessive. The book's greatest achievement is showing that erotic romance can handle serious themes, trauma recovery, healthy relationships, personal growth, without sacrificing entertainment value. Whether you love or hate the series, Darker demonstrated sophistication critics claimed was impossible. The reader divide reflects broader cultural tensions about female desire, relationship expectations, and sexual evolution. No single book could satisfy all perspectives, but Darker came closer than anyone expected. Next time on Reader's Mind, we're finishing the trilogy with 50 Shades Freed, where marriage, pregnancy, and final confrontations test everything Anna and Christian have built. Will their love survive reality, or will the fantasy finally collapse? The conclusion will shock you. What's your take? Did Darker redeem the series or prove its limitations? Reader's Mind wants to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below.